Hi guys, Eric here, live from my new house. Yes, I actually finally bought my own house, and there has been a lot of stuff wrong with it, many of which I'm not going to get into in this video. But that is not why I am here. As you all know, I have been away for a while, and I will still be away for a while, but it is Christmas, and I felt it was fitting for me to make a video for all you INFJs out there, to you, about you, for you, and, yeah. Let's just jump right into this. Now, before I begin, I want to give a quick shout out to all of you INFJs who started my channel. First off to Aaron, thank you for advertising my channel, for subscribing. You know, people are a lot more likely to follow a crowd, as sad as that sounds. If you show me a channel that has 1 subscriber and 0 subscribers, I'm more likely to watch the video, check out the channel, and subscribe to the channel that has 1 subscriber over the channel that has 0 subscribers. And in the same way, you guys who subscribed to my channel, who actually gave me a chance to get my feet off the ground. I mean, I started with 2 subscribers. I had, at most, my memory can hold, is I had 11 subscribers before Rachel found me, and then Aaron said, hey, you know, I know a bunch of other INFJs, and you shared my channel. And because of you, I went from 11 to 59 subscribers. That blows my mind that your small action created a domino effect, and because of that, I get to continue to help so many people. So I want to say personally, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you for all of you others who subscribe to my channel. Now the people are checking out my content for the music that I make. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. And I want to start by saying, before I begin, this video is somewhat general and somewhat directed towards INFJs as a particular group. I understand that this is an informative video. People watch my channel to learn about INFJs as well, but know that this video is primarily tailored for an INFJ's perspective. So if something doesn't add up, please feel free to ask and I can explain in the description. But aside from that, let's hop right to it. INFJs multiply their emotions. See, INFJs are incredible feelers, although some are more logic-oriented than others. It doesn't change the fact that when an INFJ cares about someone, whenever you are on their mind, you are on their mind. And an INFJ will take their own emotions and they will contemplate them over and over, and will multiply those emotions of affection, of sorrow, of grief, etc. But for the most part, we multiply our emotions in the hopes of furthering a relationship. You could say that we are pouring ourselves into the perspective of what a relationship can be, and really thriving on that dream visionary aspect. Let me explain a little bit differently. A little while back I said I was going to do a video about women, and I plan to in the future. I don't know when, but I will get around to it. It's still on my mind. Women, as if you watched my video before, you would have about men and a skit regarding male INFJs. Men keep points differently than women, right? Well, in the same way, women keep points different than men, and it's easy, very easy, if you understand this concept, men. It doesn't matter if you're an INFJ or not. If you're a man and you're watching this video, if you understand this concept, you can make relationships work for you very well. Women don't keep track of points like men, and I'll go over this briefly, but go and watch my other video for specifics. Men keep track of points in a scoring system. That's why when a man scores a woman, he calls it scoring. I scored big with this one. And for us, it makes us feel like we're winning. And again, go watch that video, but it's related to testosterone. Testosterone makes us competitive. It makes us want to win. It is very hard for a man to pick himself back up when he at something that he feels like he is losing and not good at. So you women, if you are in a relationship with a man, INFJ or not, stop criticizing him, because the more you criticize him, the more he realizes he does not want to come home. Men do not thrive on criticism. We thrive on praise. We were created in the likeness and image of God. When you tell us what we do good and well, we do it better. We're carrying 2 bags of groceries. You compliment us on how strong we are. Girl, this ain't nothing. We'll throw that 3rd bag over our shoulder. Come on, you feel me? We'll throw that third bag over our shoulder. Say, this ain't nothing. We want to be praised. We swell. When you... when you praise a man, they swell up. They become bigger, stronger, more forceful. All right, but testosterone is a curse and a blessing. And believe me, I'm going to get back on track, but I need to get this out of my system. Testosterone is a curse and a blessing. And in the same way, it makes us want to win. And whenever you praise us, it makes us feel like we can conquer the world. It is very, very difficult for a man to continue doing something that he feels like he has failed at or he is not good at. So when you constantly nag about how a man, well, you don't care about this family, you don't do enough around the house, don't expect him to do more around the house. If you nag and say you just can't get it right, can you? You just keep messing up. And I understand that this message isn't for all of my subscribers, but this is a message that should be said for the future. Keep yourself from making this mistake. I get it, it happens, but don't repeat the mistake. Don't expect a man to improve. And it's simple, but this is how we are wired. And men, now moving on to the topic of the woman. Women do not have a massive amount of testosterone in their veins. Yes, they love to be told that they did a good job. Yes, they love to be praised. But more than that, women love to know that they are needed. They love to know that they are wanted. They want to be desired. And beyond that, and I have to be careful how I say this, they need to know that they are valued. And could it be that society has set up mankind for failure because the women love doing what the man used to do? And now the man doesn't have a role. It used to be you were a good man if you paid the bills. It didn't matter if daddy never said a word or he didn't talk much. It didn't matter if he was an introvert. He gave you a roof over your head and he took care of the family. He was a good man. And now the woman in this day and age loves doing what the man has. He has cheated us out of a job, and it is very difficult for us to pick ourselves back up. And I'm just going, the Holy Spirit's just all over me. I'm just talking now. It is very difficult for us to pick ourselves back up because we are confused, and mankind as a whole, not men and women, men, do not know what to do because we can't be the providers anymore, so we're left trying to pick up the pieces around the house. But we can't be a stay-at-home because if we're too lazy, then we're bums. And if we work too much, then we're bad dads because we never make time for the family. And we have to be in touch with our sensitive side, but if we cry too much, we're weak. And if we don't cry at all, we're not a man. Could it be that the woman has cheated us out of a rule, and that is why society is in such disarray? Something to think about. In your relationships with your men, if any of you are in relationships with men, if you really want a man to lead, if you want to see what he's made of, step down and let him step up. And that is the best thing you can do. If you see a man, your man is struggling and feeling like he can't win, give him a reason to win. Let him win at something and don't take the victory from him. We were created to be kings. We were created to be lords of jungles. In the same way, we're created to be lords of our own houses like lions. There should not be pictures of other men in the house. There should not be, and I'm talking relationships now. And I'm going to step on some eggshells, and I'm fully aware. Who do you think you are to tell us what we should do in our marriage? I think that I'm someone who's wise and understanding on the matter, and anyone who thinks otherwise should take heed that they don't fall into their own trap. Whoever's wise in their own eyes will surely fall into deceptive traps. There should not be anything in the house that would dethrone a man from his position. The Bible is clear in Proverbs. Do not move a boundary stone from its foundations. That is what society has done. And all of men are in disarray. Give a gift to your men this season. You know, you ask how much more stores make on Mother's Day than Father's Day. Honor the mothers. Don't honor. It's hard. It is hard to be a good man. It is hard to be a faithful man because there is not a large reward that comes with being a faithful man. And you want us to stick around, but you hate us when we leave. You treat us second when we stay. Not saying for everyone, but generally speaking, mothers get recognition, and on Father's Day, sometimes we'll get a gift and you'll go buy us a new tie or a new suit on our credit card or with our money in our shared bank. You didn't work for that. You didn't do extra work. I worked for that. I put it in a joint account and you spent the money on me on Father's Day with my money to buy something for me. But on Mother's Day, children will save up, they'll work, they'll buy their mother something. Dad will go out and get an extra job, he'll work the overtime and spend that overtime money on his wife. But when a man sticks around, how much better is he treated than whenever he leaves? It has gotten to the point in society when men do not have the respect that they need to thrive. They do not have the position that they need to dwell in a safeguarded home. And they do not have the authority in society to step into their God-given role as men and leaders. Leaders of their homes, leaders of the community, and leaders of themselves. And because they can't lead themselves, because they're confused and don't know what to do with themselves, as a direct result, they can't lead their homes. And now some children never see their dad, and they're so desperate for the touch of a man that the only man who's ever touched who's ever touched her is the one who's laying on top of her. And she's so confused because really she's waiting for him to get done with all of his shenanigans so that she can finally ask some questions about what it really means to be a man, because she doesn't know. Micah says this: there will be a curse on the nations because of the fathers. In other words, when something goes wrong with the men, it affects society as a whole. This Christmas season, give something to your husband, give something to your boyfriend, give something to the men of society. In the year of 2020, give us a chance. Give us a chance. It used to be men chased the women, and if a man chased a woman, he was doing something right. Now, the man doesn't know what to do. Sometimes he's supposed to chase, sometimes we don't know what to do. And testosterone makes us competitive, and it makes us territorial, and it makes us want to pursue the woman. But now, the woman doesn't like that. Now, don't hold the door. I can get the door for myself. I can pay for my own food. I can pay for my own. I don't need you anymore. The man isn't needed. And we need to be needed, just like you need to be needed, women.